Alright everyone, MikeMoneyGMR here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Cities Skylines. Last time, well, not really Let's Play Cities Skylines, teach, I guess, Cities Skylines. Even though I'm like, from like last episode, you guys are probably thinking I'm stupid. But no, we want to check some things from last time. So let's see how this water's turning out. Okay, so yeah, so now this river is going this direction, out that direction, and it just keeps going. So that's good. That's what we want. So what this is going to do is if for some god-awful reason you put your pumping stations here and your sewer runoff here, you're going to get people mad at you like what I got. Because I did not realize which way my water was going because I didn't pay attention to it. But now we know, so it's okay. So, for the outside connections, if you want to put those in, you got to come into here, and you got to come into ship. This is how we'll do ship connections first. Set paths to connect them to the edges of the terrain to provide ship access from outside the city. So we already know that this here is a good place for ships to come out, right? So what we'll do is we'll kind of do something like this. And yes, I will tell you right now, one such issue you will have with this is that it's always going to do something like this. There's like really no such thing as it trying to be like as straight as possible sometimes. There is water there. Oh, but there's no exit for the water there, so that actually may not work too well. I guess you can just have it like that, so that'll actually work, and just have that stop there, I guess. That'll be fine. You never really see ships come into the town anyway, most of the time. It's just for you to connect to them later. Alright, so train is pretty easy. You can just have like a train track go like this. And it'll be fine. I want to make a curve. Yeah, what can I say? I'm kind of a crazy individual when it comes to trains. There you go. And then just have this go out like that. There you go. You now have a train connection in your city. Very simple. It looks weird, but it's very simple. And it won't be in the way of anybody. So it's really nice in that regards as well. Now, the plane path, I don't understand that much. So, the plane path, you can put it like basically wherever you want. It says set paths and connect them to the edges of the terrain to provide, you know, airplanes out. So you could like even just put it like this, you know, just be like boom, you have a plane path. There you go. So yeah, that's everything really. And you might be wondering like, oh Mike, okay, that seemed just like so easy. I could have figured that out on my own. Let me tell you something. Before you make fun of me and go like, oh god, Mike, you are shitty at this. Like, you like make this seem like so much harder than it is. I started out doing this. What happened here? And I ran into problems like this so many times that I was just like, what do I do next? You know, and shit like that. So don't even tell me that this is normal. Oh god, I'm probably gonna have to... Oh, that's the highway ramp anyway. Escape, hold on. Yeah, don't even try to tell me that if you played this, you wouldn't have this problem. I can guarantee you, you will. Because I know for a fact that when I first did this, I was like, why is it doing this? You know? Like, I was just like... What is going on here? Like, why am I having this many problems? And after that, I was like, oh, it's because, one, this thing doesn't want to do what I'm telling it to do, and two, it's just my luck. Oh, by the way, if for whatever reason you think, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to frickin' connect the road from that other side. Don't. It won't work for you in the end, let me just tell you. Let's make sure that it's not in the water. Good, it's not. Okay. It's not raised very high above the water, but I mean it'll work. And besides, we can just adjust it a little bit if we need to. And then reset it to that. And before you ask, hey Mike, if the water's too low, can they still get their, pumps in it? Yes, I've actually tried it. It'll work. Don't worry. You might think that you need to have it the highest as possible, but you don't. It won't hurt you in any bit to have it lower than what you think you need it to be. Okay, so on that note, we now have a pretty well-made map. It has everything we want. The only thing is that it doesn't have a whole lot of it. So what I recommend to you, if you're going to build your map, start having it do stuff like, oh, let's have this whole area right here be fertile land, right? Like do something like that. So when they get to that, they get, fertile land. Like you could have like a whole area dedicated to oil. I've never done that, but that's just an option. And so what I'm basically telling to you is don't go out of your way to make it look as bland as mine does right now. Try to make it look somewhat decent because, I mean, especially if you look online and you see all these people's maps that they make, a lot of people have made a lot of maps. People have recreated towns, for crying out loud. That's how much these people, strive to do this. And you might notice that you only get a set amount of trees as well. Yeah, so just kind of go semi-crazy with it. You can fill whole areas in with trees, of course. There's nothing that says you can't. But just know that if you go too crazy with your trees, you'll run out, and then you'll find yourself being like, oh, come on, what am I supposed to do now? But yeah, so there you go. Now we have everything. We have how our water goes. We have, all of our little things. It's not everywhere, but we got things blocking the wind. Not so much, but a little bit. And we also have, different things of level and stuff like that, right? So it's pretty cool. It's pretty simple for most cases, but you can have a lot of fun with this. if you don't feel like this is fun, I understand, but I honestly think that this is a blast. I recommend it to you if you want to try it. I know this only ended up being like 2 episodes because like really it's like simple. It's very simple, but it can be very difficult. So yeah, let's go over everything that we've gone over before. So things you want to remember. You have to have the paths come from the outside of the map, or they won't count as being connections to your town. Water can come from outside the town too. You don't have to, like you can build a lake, which is something I've done before. Like you can come over here, take your terrain tool, put the terrain height to 0, and just build like a little, little lake. And how you do it is you just come in here, take the water source. Is there a way to make it higher and lower? Use the handle. Anyway, I think that'll be fine. Yeah, see, like, with this, you can easily make a little lake. But here's one thing I've noticed with these. They tend to flood. Pretty badly, I'm just gonna tell you. I don't know, it just seems to be my thing. But, like, there you go, you have a little lake now. And you can do stuff like that. If you just want them to only have a lake, you can do that. You don't have to have outside connections, but then they don't get to have the ship connections, which kind of blows. But you can do that. You can do something like that and just be a total dick and be like, yeah, I don't care if they have outside connections or not, you know? But yeah, I mean, my thing is that I just think that this was kind of neat, something to show off. Hope you guys give this a try if you own this game. And, if you make something really awesome, which I'm sure a lot of you have, because like most of my viewers are probably more creative than I am. I'll just be honest. You can you can share it to the one thing and be like, hey, check out this awesome map I made, and all that, So yeah, that's options you have. Just remember, you want to have an off-ramp that comes into your town, of course, so that when people drive through, they drive through. And, here's the most important thing. If you want to play this map, you have to hit this. But if you do that, here's something that kind of sucks. If you do that and you save it to the new game panel, you have to make a second one to be able to publish it to the Steam Workshop, because they won't let you after you hit publish map and new game panel. But if you do that, let's call it temp map 2. Let's say how about we just call it random, and then we say save. And what you will do is you'll escape, hit quit, go to main menu, go into new game, and then you will find your map right here. So there's no picture for it, but it has plenty of resources we know about it. There's a suitable area, there's 90%. So you pop on into here. And just like in starting any new game, it will give you your little, information things. And so, like, you already have people driving by your town, like, oh, I don't give a shit about this town, it seems pretty stupid looking. And so what you can do is, like, oh, crap. I don't have a way for them to get out of here. Oh no. So yeah, it's a good idea to do this because as you can see, you discover right away that you might have messed up. And as you can see, there's no way out of the town. How you can fix that is while you're building the map, you can go into, highways and just use the regular highway as a off ramp, kind of similar to anything else. So that's one option that you can do. Stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna make mistakes. But anyway, there is one other thing that they added. You can come into like the theme, and you can make a theme based off of temperate and all that, right? And I think there's also a way to like move this into your town or whatever. So like, okay, this is how like a basic temperate map usually looks based on what they make sometimes, right? It looks crazy, right? It's pretty cool. Now, things you can do to this is you can change the atmosphere, you can change like how the water looks, like you can make like nasty looking water. You can change how like the ground looks in places. But I've not messed around with this a whole lot. If you do want to do something like this, I recommend to you that look at this. This ramp is underwater. Oh my god, that is priceless. And now that is actually a thing that they actually will have you have trouble with. Like if your town floods for whatever reason, that is a problem. But yeah, you can come in here, you can have like pavement look different and stuff like that. Just cool things like that. I've not messed around with this a lot because I honestly don't know what it's really meant for, but it is something you can do as well if you try. And then of course you got the asset editor, which I've tried messing with before, but we didn't have much luck with that. But that's basically all I wanted to show you for now. I recommend you give it a try. So I will see you guys in the next Cities Skylines episode that I do, though I'm not really sure what it is going to be because I haven't really thought about much for this, so yeah. Though if you guys want me to show off anything, let me know. Till then, bye.